The 6th chapter, because you got to have discipline in this thing, man, with the elders and the brothers are going into, man. That's right. Everything, you know what I'm saying, that happens to you, you don't have to show everybody, man. And speaking from self-experience, showing your hand all the time makes you look weak. Man. Especially even to your peers, man. So you can't show everybody how you feeling, what you're thinking, man. That's right. Some things you got to battle for yourself, by yourself. And with your heart, that's where your faith come in. That's right. Not depend on the next man, you dig what I'm saying? Depend on this person's opinion. The only person you need to be worried about is who? Your heart, and what he think about you. Now, of course, you're gonna maneuver a certain way. You say you ain't gonna be an asshole towards your brothers. Excuse my language. See, but you under that discipline. What? The scriptures. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 17. For the very true beginning of her, talking about wisdom, is the desire of discipline.
That's right, man. Being under a certain order, rules and regulations. What are the rules and regulations in which we're under? The scriptures, man. Right. That's a blueprint of how we're supposed to be maneuvering throughout this life. Go ahead, bro.
2 key words in this verse is what? It's desire. And it says you gotta desire discipline. You gotta love it. You know? It says, and the care of discipline is love. And love is keeping of her laws.
That's right.
And the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
That's right.
And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
That's right.
Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
That's right. The desire of discipline, being under the tutelage of these scriptures, man, that brings forth what? A kingdom, man. Right. That makes you incorruptible. That makes you seen acceptable in the eyesight of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. You receive what? Salvation. Right. Can you dig? Go ahead.
There's one more verse.
Hey, one more verse?
Yeah, one more verse, real quick.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters,
man,
O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
That's right. So it means you gotta, hey man, you gotta rule your spirit, man. It says, talk about that in Proverbs 16 and 32, man.
Yep.
A man that can't rule his spirit is like a city without walls, man. You see what I'm saying? And the people that we seen fell out, they couldn't rule their spirit. They wanted certain desires, or they certain stumbling blocks were set in their way into where they fell out, man.
Yeah, I was saying, and ruling your spirit is so broad a topic.
Yeah, it's broad.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of things you got to do.
That is a very broad topic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I can say this real quick. Hey, that takes broaden your perspective, man.
Gun.
One brother might do it a certain way. You might do it a certain way. Does this mean that brother is wrong or he wicked all of a sudden? You just throw everything out the door because he did one little thing that you didn't like. Well, who the heck are you?
No,
or a situation. I'm sorry. A situation arises that you felt like you was wrong then. Well, that's your perspective. Especially dealing with business, man. And you know what I'm saying? And being a businessman, hey, it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. People are gonna be look out for themselves. People are gonna be advantageous for themselves, man. Is that a bad thing? Because guess what? Subconsciously, you doing the same thing. You looking out for yourself. So what it is? What's the solution? Hey, man, we'll put yourself under the tutelage of the Heavenly Father and everything else, so a link up.
Now, going full circle for what he said, to what we're into, if you mortify your members, they said that wisdom, the discipline, right? How you going to concentrate and go into this faith thing when your conscience is defiled because you ain't mortifying your members? Because you have no discipline.
It's going to be hard.
You see?
It's going to be very hard.
So getting excited about the faith and greater works and greater things, guess what you got to do first?
Yeah.
You got to mortify your members and be more disciplined so you can zone in and have that belief. Otherwise, your conscience is going to be totally defiled. And guess what will happen? You're going to go to cast out a demon and it ain't going to come out.
You got to get that.
You see what I'm saying?
You got to get that F-150 out your eye.
The F-150, right.
Can I please get this real quick for you?
Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that he may exalt you in due time.
Exalt us in due time, man. Don't get in the top. Don't just sit down in the top seat. Be cool, man. The Lord know how to exalt you and raise you up and have praise upon you for your good works and things you're doing through brothers and just through the body of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Just do what you need to do and do what you need to do and do it humbly and watch everything flourish. Watch your faith flourish. You want faith, pray for it. He'll give it to you. If you're humble, if you're meek, then you can talk about the greater works than the Howard Shine. You can believe you can do those things.
Right. I was saying it's levels to this thing too, man.
It's levels.
You know, when you pray for more faith, the Lord gonna put you in positions to see if that's what you wanted.
To build your faith.
You know?
See, hey, experience builds your faith.
That's right.
It don't just come, you just blinking up. No, you have to go through things to handle it a certain way. You might fail the first time. Yep. And then you might, man, I messed up, pray. He'll take you through another step. You might pass that. Now you understand.
And then when you sit up, if you just sit down, if you just sit your behind down and just think about all the times when you was in a jam and you all of a sudden wasn't in a jam no more.
Lord, man.
What was it?
Right. Right.
What happened?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just sit down. I'm talking about just think within the past week. Within the past week, how many times did you feel like you were screwed?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, everything was cool.
Right.
It happened all the time.
Be patient
all the time.
Be patient when God changed to a lost state.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. But when it's just like how we talked about earlier. When you see these situations arise, everything should just slow down.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You should be able to examine the whole room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And be like, okay, if I go this way right here, this is gonna happen. Oh hell no. If I go this way right here, you know what I'm saying? I could slide by, but I fuck around and lose a, you know.
Right.
But if I go this way right here, can't go wrong.
Right.
Scripture talk about how the Lord always give a righteous man a way out.
Right.
He always
keep
give
that
him
in mind.
He always give him an out.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
It never fail.
Right.
It's written.
Right.
Never fail. These things are written aforetime for our learning. Absolutely. If you believe these things, prove it.
Right.
You know?
Walk as the children of the light, because the children of the light, they walk it is because they believe it.
That's right.
Okay, and then go ahead.
That's right.
Right what y'all saying. Verse 7.
I know you want to read that.
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Yeah, man.
What?
Bro,
again, read that again.
When Jacob was wrestling that angel, man, the Lord was watching that, man. He told that angel, he said, unless you bless me, I ain't letting you go.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's our forefather. That's the spirit of our forefather. You see? Either you want the kingdom or you don't. Go ahead.
Verse 7. I'm going to read verse 6 and 7 again, because it's a comment. It says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Lord, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Let me say, hey, that goes along with Sirach 2 chapter when it says, so thou shalt be increased at the last end, being exalted in due time. But within what we're talking about, taking it cheerfully, that goes into all that to be exalted in due time. The greater works that we were just reading, hey, that fame and the land you put to shame, that's part of it being exalted in due time.
I would say Jacob thigh was hurting, but he got that blessing. He fought for it. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying? He went to sleep on a rock.
Man,
he was sleeping on rocks in the wilderness, but he was good. You know what I'm saying? He fought for that. You know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine fighting an angel, man, like straight up? Man, come on, man.
Your thigh dislocated?
Man, please, an angel can thump us, these whack ass bodies. You know what I'm saying?
You done.
You know
Right.
Hey, check this out. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. But check out the next verse. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about,
doing what?
Seeking whom he may devour.
And how is he devouring you? You're not being truthful for things that's happening.
Exactly.
He's making things happen to see how you're going to react, because the Lord gave him leeway to do it.
Exactly.
Like he did to Job.
Exactly.
That's what you got to understand day in and day out. Hey, be prepared. And then, I always say this, if things is getting good for you, everything getting paid on time, okay, you ain't got no late notices coming out your door. You know what I'm saying? Everything good and you eating good and everybody's smiling around the house. Look over your shoulder and be prepared ready for anything that happens. Because when you get too comfortable in goodness, that's when you take it not cheerfully. Oh my God, because you were too comfortable in that goodness that was happening. The Lord is balanced. He's gonna balance it out. He ain't gonna have it good and ain't gonna have a big back coming swinging at you. No, it's going to happen. Okay,
you might get hit back in the head. It ain't like you can just be sitting up waiting on the moment. Like, okay, I got paid Friday. I got to spend some money. Oh, I found $100 bill. Oh man, am I finna get hit by a truck? It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that when these situations arise, you gotta tap into the spirit to see the best way to get out of the situation.
That's the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The Holy Spirit gives you the how, because there's laws, but there may be a time where that law don't particularly get laid.
Right.
So through the Spirit, you maneuver and you judge according to the Spirit, the situation. All right, that's the Spirit.
Right.
You know?
Didn't Job even say, shall I not take the good of the Most High, but also evil? I'm loosely paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to deal, like Paul said, I know how to base and I know how to abound.
Right, balance.
I know how to suffer need,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? He know how to act where he full, basically, you know what I'm saying?
and
Just going through the
14.
different progressions in this incarnation that you're going to go through, man. Having a level head in all things, though. You see?
And if you got a woman, Satan gonna use that woman to stress you out, try to stress you out worse, like he did to Job.
Well, she's vulnerable.
Yeah.
So
Right, we can vessel.
Satan is gonna have his way with her, you know,
To fuck with your head.
because a simple "Hey, how you doing?" is the end of your life.
Right.
You know,
Man, yeah,
hey, ooh, shit, you know,
Baby
text it
pop-up.
back and forth. Satan is preparing to ruin your whole child support.
He set it up. It's a setup.
Don't let you see your kids.
Next thing you know, what's up now, partner?
Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow.
Now it's a fight. Now y'all facing off in court and shit.
Hey, hold on. Hey, real quick. So at my job, right, I'm going doing my rounds. You got this one girl, she thought she was bad, you know. I don't know how the hell she got in them jeans, but she did. But this is the point. The point is, she wasn't supposed to work over there. She volunteered. She worked on the other side of the airport. So she tried to tell me, well, you know what? You ain't gonna see me again because I'm just volunteering. And she looked at me like, you gonna ask my number? You know what the Spirit told me?
Hell no.
Hey, it said, I don't know how she got them jeans. The Spirit said, not today. I kept walking, you know, because I know Satan, man.
This is a whole new nigga you got to text every morning,
right.
every night,
How you doing? Hey.
lie to, set up a date. Shit's stupid, man.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So, ain't nobody got time for that shit. No.
So you do a hot yoga with this bitch.
Yeah. Going hiking. She's different.
Ain't time for that
Get the fuck out of here. Your life is about to be ruined, man. But you got to be able to discern these things in the
Right.
spirit, man. I mean,
Woman in the red dress.
shit. Right.